good cucumber. Homegrown. Was biting the cucumber a good enough clap, to sync my audio? Or do you think I should have just clapped? I mean, I guess I have 2 claps now, so the clap. Anyway, hello. I already recorded this video, but my hard drive died. It's not like it didn't warn me. For probably a month it came up with a pop-up every time I plugged it in saying blah 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 blah, I didn't even read it. Basically, where have I been? Why haven't I been uploading? Basically, I've been, I was about to say Transformer. So, basically, hard drive died, right? Which means Resident Evil 7 series, gone, not being finished. Some random horror games, here and there, gone, not being uploaded. All of my catalogue of sound effects, VFX, fucking images, shit that I drew and whatnot, all gone. Raw footage of any video I may have had, gone. So I'm going to take this as a lesson learned to edit my footage pretty soon after I've recorded it, when I can edit it. Edit it when you can. Rather than 2 years later. Because some of that shit had been sat there for 2 years. Some of it only a year and a half. One of them, the update video, I recorded 2 days before and had been editing across those 2 days. And I lost that video. The hard drive died as soon as I was exporting the edit. As soon as I was exporting it. If it had just waited an hour, 2 hours maybe, I'll say 2 hours for a bit. So if it had waited 2 hours, I wouldn't be re-recording this stuff, no. Anyway, back to the actual update, the initial update. Original initial initial. So, basically, where have I been? Well, as you can see, I shaved my head. Picture of it here. I'm moving past that because I spent like 5 minutes last time on it. All I did was shave my head. Fucking gone. Another picture of it here. Not the same picture, but it will be a little funny picture because it's completely different. I've got fucking mutton chops and Oasis there. There you go. Done. Who fucking cares? Right, on to the next. I almost lost my finger. This one. Nearly degloved it. Now that would have been very fucking bad. So, basically, when I first made this video, on a whole spiel, I was like, oh yeah, well after it, basically, something deep, got some kid in the headlock, fucking, and he's going boof, 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 chink, 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 chink. And I stepped in, I said, hey, that's mean, that is rude, in fact, and I will not stand for it. Those was my exact wording, except mean and rude were the other way around, basically. Well, a cucumber stuck in my teeth. Here's a picture of my tooth. When I got my braces off, I was 15. Got a split in my tooth by accident, put it in 2 teeth, right next to each other. I wasn't swearing at him, just said 2. Basically, my finger, some kids kicked the football over a fence. It's one of them like green mesh fences with spikes on the top, but they're like thick, flat spikes. Just round cylinders, basically. I climbed fences like that a million times before. In fact, I climbed that specific fence before. So I thought, what's going to be the harm in getting a football back? I'll go get it. I was happily sat reading my book in the sun on the bank of the hill. Football goes over. I get it for him. I'll get it back for him. I'll be the hero of the story. This will be my good deed today. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Over the fence. Now, did I go over the fence next to the sort of gated doorway bit where it's most structurally sound and least wobbly? No, I did not. Did I go next to the most, not the least structurally sound, But the most least structurally sound sort of like support of the fence, that is the one that I went to. Yes, it is. So as I got to the top, I realised that the fence was really fucking wobbly, and as I sat over it, I felt the spikes pointing into my taint and into my bollocks, and I feared for my ball's safety. Oh yes, I did. So I got scared, and I started going over the fence too fast. And as I got down, I remember thinking, as I was lowering myself down on the fence, I thought, ooh, I don't want my feet to slip and then for me to smack my face on the fence and break my glasses. So then I dropped too early. And that was fine. Okay, I've dropped down. That's okay. Go and get the football back. What's that on the football? There's blood on the football. I raised my hand, I've got it in a fist. And there's blood just pouring out from between my fingers and down my arm. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, what have I done? I better climb out of here. So I hold it as tight as I can, because I think it's probably not that bad of a wound. I'll just hold it as tight as I can to try and stop the bleeding. And then as I walk to the fence to climb back over, I open it up. Bone and blood and flesh. And this was a doorway. And I looked at it, and as I opened my finger, I went like that, kind of, because I could still move it, fortunately, which was a good sign. I saw it just sort of beep, just a doorway to my bone, and initially I thought it had only happened here, on this part of the finger. But what actually happened is, started here, went, it vertically challenged my finger to a duel, and my finger lost, basically. So, I missed. I'm not in a football pitch. I'm thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. Call an ambulance. Well, first I wrap my shirt around my finger and my hand, and then keep pressure on it. Wrap my shirt around my hand. It was a nice shirt. Here's a picture of the shirt. I'm getting too hyper. Let's calm it down. Let's bring it down a bit. These are supposed to be... I always use nice, smooth jazz music for these you and me chatting videos. So let's calm it down right top. Hello, my name is Tony James. Right, wrap my shirt around the finger and my hand. Blood is still like pouring through, for obvious reasons. So I called ambulance to say where I am, what the injury is, what I'm doing to prevent it, and then they had a tidbit of I'm locked in a football pitch, so whoever you send is going to need to be able to get me out of the football pitch. I said to her, I'm feeling dizzy, I'm getting lightheaded, I've lost a lot of blood. She said, okay, stay on the line. 5 minutes later, she's like, okay, I'm going to go now. So, oh, okay, right, thanks for that. I'll get an ambulance. So, the lady calls back. She says, hey, we can't get an ambulance to you for another hour. Bitch, and I've already been in for 40 minutes. And all the adrenaline's worn off, so they're starting to hurt. She said, can you get there yourself? I said, well, I'm locked in a football pitch. I think that answers it for you. She said, oh, well, we can send a taxi. I'm not even going to tell you why that's stupid. You can figure that part out like that. And then, fortunately, some guy walks past with his daughter, and I'm kind of there, like, or with it, right? I'm kind of there, like. He goes, "You're right, mate." I open my eyes, I look at him, I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Well, I didn't know the extent of my injury at that point, so I didn't say deglove. So I said, "I've injured myself, and I'm bleeding profusely. Please help me. I'm under the water." And he goes, "Oh, I know the guy who's got the key. I'll go get him for you." I thought, oh, hallelujah. So maybe 5-10 minutes pass, guy with the key comes down, opens it up, asks me what the fuck I did. I said, climb the fence to get football. Gone, you know. He goes, have you got anybody to get you to the hospital? And I said, taxi's on its way. It's going to be fucking ages though. He goes, I'm sure you're in a lot of pain. I'll take you. Good fucking Samaritan. He says, I'll take you. I said, thank God. And thank you, sir. You are a true apostate. Not a prostate. Is it apostate? I know there's apostle. What is apostate? was apostate. So he drives me to the hospital, drops me off, he fucks off. I talk to the receptionist. She's like, "Hey, what you done, laddie? What you fucking done?" She didn't have that accent. And funnily enough, the only reason I was there was because I got took off of work because I'm a bartender and they do like events and whatnot. But there weren't going to be enough guests showing up. Because I can't drive yet, if an event's going on quite late into the night and I can't get a lift, and I'm the weak link and they would send me home. But that's the first time that this happened at all. I think that's actually the first time that that's happened at all. So chatting with the receptionist, she says, "Oh, well, it's, at least you were doing a good thing. A lot of people just, do stupid things for stupid reasons. Oh, it was a good thing, you're helping the kids, it was a good thing." I looked at her, I said, "Well, I'm not fucking doing it again, am I, lady?" Sit down for about half an hour, get seen to, they clean it out and whatnot. I see them picking apart at my flesh and whatnot. It's like, "Oh my goodness, baby cakes, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god," looking into my bone. I now see the extent of the injury. I put a picture up of the injury. I will have to redraw it because what I initially did was do a little cartoon version over it, which was quite detailed and very gory, even for a cartoon. So here's a blurred version of the picture, and here's a cartoon version of the picture. So they see me, then I'm waiting another half an hour before they can x-ray it. I said, "It's probably not broken," and they said, "It's probably good to get it checked out anyway." I said, "Okay, sure." Went and got it checked out, wasn't broken. Went back, got seen to, waited another half hour to an hour this time, probably another hour actually, so I've been in the hospital 2 hours. Yeah, so then they see me again, they just make an appointment, say, "Hey, you're going to go off to the special hand clinic because you will probably never be able to use your finger again." So yeah, I get it all stitched up, all fine now, how lovely. Met a student nurse called... Actually, I probably shouldn't say it. Ended up being a bit more flirty than I usually would, but it was a weird situation, so that was odd. Yeah, anyway, went on a few dates with her. Little bit weird. I mean, the dates themselves were fine, but the aftermath was a little bit weird. Essentially, I'll leave it at that, actually. Some things are better left unsaid. I mean, it's not actually that weird. I mean, it's a bit weird, but it's like normal weird. It's like... Even so, mysterious. Yes, as you can see, my background has changed a bit because I have moved. I've set up this background. It took me a couple hours. Got a standing desk now too. That's sick. Really enjoy that. I used to just have fucking shoe boxes.